evening, everybody, and welcome to RAMP, Real Access Motivates Progress, live weekly podcast. We are running a little bit late tonight because, as you can tell, I had to get all beautified for all you people. Actually, no, I had to wash everything off from my day today because today we are doing live facials, live self-care, live caregivers. We're taking care of ourselves today. So grab all your ingredients and join along. As we're doing the facials today, we will be having immense conversation with these three beautiful women that sit before me from the Five Wellbeing Spa and Studio. Welcome, ladies.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Before we get started on the facial, I'd like you guys to go around and give a quick introduction of who you are and what you do. We'll start with you, Betsy.
Hi, I'm Betsy Abrams, and I live in Littleton, Colorado, and I'm the owner of Five Wellbeing Spa, and we are really thrilled to be here and supporting your efforts, Tina. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Renee, how about you?
Hello, I am Renee Caruso, and I am an esthetician at Five Wellbeing Spa in Littleton, Colorado, and I'm really happy that Betsy invited me to join you all this evening. Thank you.
Oh, I am so excited. And Nadine, let's learn more about you, my friend.
Hello, I am Nadine Roberts Cornish. I am the founder of the Caregivers Guardian, as well as the 10-10-30 campaign. 10 random acts of kindness, 10,000 books to caregivers in 30 days, because November is not a National Family Caregivers Month, and all month long we are celebrating caregivers. We are very fortunate to have Five Wellbeing Spa as a sponsor of the 10-10-30 campaign. And for the last 4 years, Five Wellbeing has been pampering and supporting caregivers. And the virtual spa experience that we're going to be demonstrating this evening is just one example of how, especially during the pandemic, Five Wellbeing has pivoted to create virtual opportunities for caregivers and everyone to take care of themselves.
And this is a great opportunity, especially the night before Thanksgiving, when you guys probably call all that family coming over that you want to pull your hair out because, getting everything ready. So take an hour to yourself, do a little self-care to yourself. And to let you know, if you like what you see in this hour, you can contact Betsy after the show and get all of your family and friends together to have a party, all of yourself with all of your friends on Zoom. Did we lose Betsy, or is she still with us? Well, Renee, while we're waiting for Betsy to come back, why don't you kick us off and let's get started.
Thank you so much. One of the most important aspects about self-care that I myself have learned, as Nadine mentioned, we pivoted. We did a pivot very quickly at Five Wellbeing, and with Betsy as our leader, that was very simple to create. One of the things that I learned myself is that my own awareness of my own self-care grew so much through this virtual ability. And one of the most important components is a deep sense of relaxation, and that requires us to slow everything down. So just for a moment, I invite us to just take a few really big, deep, relaxing breaths together. So just take some big, deep breaths. In fact, wiggle your behind, get your shoulders stretched, move your neck a little bit, and even I invite you to just stretch up. One of the other things as 20 years as a professional skin therapist is I like to keep my body at the highest functioning level, regardless of where I'm at in that. So relaxation is such an important component. And I'd like to ask Betsy, we lost her for a moment, if she has anything to say before we start this.
Nothing other than, I think coming up with ways to take care of yourself, no matter what your budget is or how you're taking the time for yourself, is essential. And you're essential. And the better you take care of you, the better you have, a better life you have. So.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Thank you. So self-care for me has grown into self-awareness. And one of those things is the quality of touch for myself. Regardless of what I'm doing, the quality of touch is really important. Even if you have 5 minutes, even if you have 20 minutes. The other thing, as Betsy mentioned, we have all kinds of skincare products available to us. We happen to be using Eminence, a line that we carry in the spa that I really love. But one of the important things to know as a therapist, as a human, is that you can go in your own kitchen and make yourself a facial. So these are the things to know. It doesn't take a $500 jar of cream to create an authentic, slowed down, transpersonal experience for the self. So we're going to start with cleaning our skin. And this product that you have, ladies, these packets have 2 servings in them. So please be mindful of that. This is all hands-on in this experience. This is a real high quality of touch. So we're going to get about a half a packet of that Mangosteen Daily Resurfacing Cleanser, good for all skin types. And you're going to put that just in one of your hands, left or right. And then the other hand, you're going to dip into a bowl of water. And then you're going to get some foam going. And the first thing that we want to do with any product is distribute. So just pat it into your skin a little bit. The idea of cleaning the skin is to break up with your makeup or break up with the air pollution. So we're just going to break it all up. This product does not have a lot of water in it, so we want it to be really emulsifying. So please wet your hands as much as possible. And in a rolling motion, remember, for me, I'm over 50. We have to include the chest, the neck, and the whole face. Because I always say I'm very natural. I don't wear makeup or anything, but I really am pro graceful aging. So we want to take care of it.
This smells amazing.
Isn't it beautiful?
Doesn't it?
So,
oh my God, it's relaxing just because it smells so good. And I'll tell everybody while they're scrubbing their faces, this all comes in a cute little care box with some extra gifts in there for you, with even a headband and everything. So make sure you reach out to Betsy, because you definitely want to get one of these little care packages in the mail. Like I said, even if you did it once, it's well worth it. And this stuff, like I said, smells amazing.
So now we're going to remove.
Go ahead.
We're going to remove the cleanser. So using 2 of your little gauzes right into the water, we're going to remove the cleanser as Betsy shares what she was going to say.
We're also doing, along with the 10-10-30 campaign, we're offering to 25, if you want to nominate a caregiver, we're doing 25 kits that to go to those 25 people that are nominated and chosen, their own kit, and they will receive a kit, but also a video to show them how to do this. Because one of the things that we recognize is that caregivers don't always have the time. They can't make a meeting. They can't, so this way you can do this facial whenever you want. You can do it at 9 o'clock at night, and we'll give you all the tools and a video to do that.
That's beautiful. I love that. And speaking also, as Betsy was saying, a lot of caregivers don't have half an hour a day to do this. Remember, it's the quality of touch. It's the quality of your touch. So always take a breath. Just give yourself that moment of authentic humanity, right? So it's that thing. So now that we have this beautiful, clean face, I'd like to add one little thing, just as a note. Our cleanser should not dry our skin out. These ladies that can touch their face right now, that I see their beautiful faces, this is what clean skin feels like. Clean skin should feel a little dewy, right? We don't want it to be dry and tight. The next step might create a little bit of a different pH on the surface because we're going to do an exfoliating mask. So the next product that we are using is called a pumpkin latte hydration mask. A footnote, this is a vegan product made from all these beautiful plants. It is edible. I don't recommend eating it, but it does taste like, it does smell like pumpkin pie. So perfect for Thanksgiving. So in the case of this, we're going to use the entire packet of this pumpkin latte hydration mask. And the idea of this is it is actually pumpkin is very active, right? So remember that on Thanksgiving, it's really good for our bellies and it's really good for our skin. So we're just going to gently apply this hydration mask all over the face where we cleaned our skin. You can get really close under the eyes, going right around the lip line. Don't forget your neck. Don't forget your,
I smell edible.
Yes.
I'm thanking God right now that I locked my dogs out of the room because they'd probably be licking my face right now.
They would. They would. I just had my little grandpuppy here with my daughter, and she loves to lick all these products. So they
everybody here
would.
knows that I have a 190-pound Great Dane, so I get my exfoliant from the constant licking of my face from his tongue.
Oh my
So between the drool and the licking, I get exfoliated and extra vitamins in my face constantly.
Well, this pumpkin hydration mask is a little different than your Great Dane saliva.
Nice.
So the idea of this
Nadine?
Feels lovely.
Nice.
Smells good.
Yeah. Good, Renee.
So for the caregivers, if you find yourself with an extra 5 minutes, an extra 10 minutes, and your skin feels dull and you just want a little bit of a pep me up, you can go to your kitchen and get a little bit of baking soda, a little bit of honey if you have it. If not, you can also use maple syrup. It's a funny thing. I know it's going to be a strange experience, but go with it here. So a little baking soda, a little bit of hot honey or maple syrup, and an equal part of water, and just mix that into like a cream. Apply that to your face, leave it for a few minutes, rinse off. So something like that, something that you can do at home to give yourself the experience of a little bit of treat in a small window of time in the daytime, can slightly mimic what these ladies and I are actually doing right now. So this is a very active mask, as you can feel, ladies. Do you all feel a little tingly?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So this is an enzymatic, this is literally, and in a very good way, dissolving all of those old cells on the surface of the skin in a very gentle way. And that's what an exfoliating anything does. It just very gently dissolves whatever the dead cells on the surface of the skin, especially if you're a heavy makeup wearer. You know, if you wear a primer and you wear a foundation and you wear a powder, what actually happens is those makeups create an occlusive barrier over the surface of the skin and don't let our skin breathe. So something like this once a week, if you have a minute, if you have 5 minutes, you know, once a week, just give yourself something like that experience, and everything will go on better. Your moisturizer will go on better. Your makeup will go on better. And you'll just feel better from having a moment of breathing and relaxing. And so even while we're doing this, ladies, remember to keep breathing. Remember to keep filling your lungs with oxygen. Remember to keep relaxing your shoulders. Just giving yourself that quality of time, that quality of self-care. as our little faces tingling.
So one of the things that we've been able to do with these virtual facials is just bring groups of people together. If you have a family, Nadine's family had done, I think maybe 13 people or something. Maybe it was even 25. I can't remember. It was a lot of people. And so we send the kit to each person, no matter where they are in the US. And then everybody jumps on like a Zoom call similar to this podcast. And then Renee or one of our estheticians walks you through this process. And it's really fun. You can have a glass of wine if you drink, or a lemonade or a hot tea. And it's just super fun to connect with people. We've also done large corporations. Like we've done up to 250 people on one class. So there's no limits. You know, we could do 4 people if you want 4, but it's super fun to get your old sorority girls together, or college friends, or high school friends, or what have you.
I'm getting all my new title holders together, and we're going to be doing one. You know, all the different title holders from all the ages, we're going to get them together, and we're going to get beautified together. So we're going to do that.
I've had a virtual facial 4 generations.
Nice.
Yeah, I think we had 3 generations represented at our family gathering, but not only, you know, families, we've also had sororities and other social and pleasure groups that have said yes to this experience and absolutely loved it. It's a great team building exercise.
Mm-hmm. Right. And one of my favorite.
Can do this too. That's the nice thing about this, is it's not just for women. Men can do this too. So, you know, if you wanted to do like a night out or a gathering, but you wanted to do it social distancing because of the cold weather, or if you're in New England over here and it's freezing out there, you can be nice and warm inside and still be with all of your friends.
Right.
Exactly.
One of my favorite groups that we support with these virtual facials is the Wounded Warrior Project. And they've been working with us over a year, and we've probably done 15 or 20 groups for them. And one of them was all men from the Wounded Warrior, these tough, you know, military guys, and they loved it. They just really was great. So, you know, we'd love to have anybody with any fun ideas or groups they want to put together. We're good at connecting people.
Yes. And these moments that we're having together collectively, even though we're apart, I have found that the groups that I connect with, the connection is so authentic, even through this medium, that these ideas of self-care, this idea of just taking a moment to breathe in a world that is increasingly busier, increasingly more scheduled, that these groups that I have connected with, Nadine's family, Betsy's family, and their corporate, you know, Nadine's other groups and Betsy's other groups, and the Wounded Warriors. I find that especially people who are caregivers, I get the best feedback that is so humbling and so precious, that the caregivers, they are glowing, laughing, and relaxed after we do these things. And like Betsy was saying, the kit that we provide has everything in it, including an aromatherapeutic experience. At the spa, we open all of our treatments with this beautiful ritual. So we offer that virtually also. So that said, now that we have had just a few moments to allow this to sit, we're going to break it up a little bit with our hands before we remove it. So I invite you to get both your hands wet. And now we're just going to break that mask up a little bit, because we want to be able to remove it very easily. We want it to glide right off. So we're just going to work it in. The other thing that this does is, using our hands, you can just begin a few of the massage techniques I'm going to teach you. So that means upward motions, long, slow movements. We want to just slow everything down. Take a big breath, slow it all down, slow it away. And remember, we're always lifting, right? You always want to lift. Lifting, lifting, lifting. This is the idea. So now we're going to get 2 more gauzes, and we're going to take this pumpkin hydration latte mask off. If you make your own product at home, if the only thing you have in your pantry is honey, use it. Honey is a beautiful at-home mask. And you'll mix it with a little water.
Yeah, if you use the honey, the baking soda, and the maple syrup, you can make yourself some pancakes along with it, and you can eat all it's on your plate. So there's 2 products. You can take the product out once, do 2 things, and then put it all the way together. So, you know, I'm always about, you know, doing more things at the same time. Nadine, tell us a little bit while we're taking this off. Tell us a little bit about what you've been having going on this month with the Caregivers Month.
So we've had a great time celebrating caregivers so far this month. We've done a series every Tuesday that Tina's been a guest on twice now. And that series is Compassion in My Cup. Conversations. So we've had a series of wonderful conversations with caregivers and experts addressing the necessity of connection and effective communication with caregivers. And so that's been a really great success. And I'm still getting calls, Tina, from yesterday's episode. And people were really touched by your story and the depth of compassion that you have for so many people. So that's been one of the really interesting things that we've had going on. We did a virtual caregiver dance party. That was so much fun. A total blast. Total blast. Caregivers across the country logged on, and we had a DJ out of San Francisco, Jen Chan, who just kept us moving, kept us dancing for a solid hour. And so we're actually looking to do a closeout in early December, combination closeout of Caregivers Month and a holiday celebration party. So I'll provide you with the information on that, Tina, once all of that is solidified. In addition, we've had so many random acts of kindness. Caregivers who have just been showered with gifts and cards and books. And it has just been a really thoughtful, heartwarming, and fantastic opportunity. On Monday, our caregivers will be participating in their virtual spa facial treatments and their self-care. On Monday, we'll be focused on that. And we're really looking forward to wrapping up the month pampering our caregivers.
Nice. Well, Renee, let's do the next step, and then we can continue listening to everything that Nadine does, because she's amazing and does so much.
I agree. So now I'm going to share with you a little bit of my, I'm putting 20 years of professional spa therapist massage techniques into just a few moments. So the importance of massage, such an enormous part of massage, self-massage or for others, is again the quality of touch. So we just want to breathe and slow everything down. For this process, we're going to use the Camilla Glow Solid Facial Oil. This is a really rich emulsifying oil. So you want to use just a half of this packet. And again, if you have at home, my Nana, my Sicilian grandmother, would use olive oil. Now, I haven't done that, but there are other oils that you can use on your face. So we're going to use about a half a pack of this. And then we really want to get this oil pretty heated so that we can break up that small molecule of oil. And then we're going to initially...
It smells awesome.
This camellia is a beautiful flowering tree, and it has manula oil in it. So that smell, Tina, that fragrance that you're having, that is an actual flowering bush from Southeast Asia. So that's the wonderful thing of this.
Awesome.
It does.
And Renee, can you talk? Sorry, I was going to say, can you talk a little bit about putting oil on your face, since a lot of people freak out about putting oil on your face?
So here's the thing about facial oils that I love. An oil on the face is one of the things we have programmed to think is that dry is clean, right? So that's a very challenging part. One of the most amazing things I have learned in this industry for 20 years as a professional, the most beautiful skin I've ever seen used to be a lot of women who traveled to the US from other countries. And most of them use an oil for cleansing and an oil for moisturizing. So I got turned on to facial oils in the 90s, and it was very surprising. The beautiful thing about using an oil for hydration like this one is it matches the oil that we produce in our own skin, right? A facial oil matches our body's oil, and generally speaking, it's the same quality pH. So that means a facial oil, as opposed to a regular moisturizer, matches that skin that you had when you were 10 years old, that was beautiful and plump and dewy and glowing. This is the idea of a facial oil as part of a moisturizing routine. Is just remember, it matches the oil that we used to produce when we were little, that someone like me, over 50, I have to really give my face a good cheering to get it to produce a lot of oil. So I love facial oils for that purpose. The other thing about a very specific facial oil, as opposed to a heavy, thick olive oil, kind of comparing these things, is facial oils are generally made of very lightweight oils. Like the oil in this is a very lightweight oil. And a good facial oil is not petroleum based. It's going to be plant-based because the molecule is really, really small, as opposed to there are products out there that have petroleum-based oils in them. A lot of stuff you buy for $100 on the shelf, brand name, is a petroleum-based oil. So just kind of changing our ideas, or what we thought we knew, or what we were told when we were young, or the industry, the business is discovering more and more all the time. So you'll see how dewy and glowing we are. You can see this. And so one of the first techniques that I'd like to share is something that we do in almost every facial in the spa. And my mentor taught me a variation of this a long time ago. And this is facial acupressure. If there's a few things that you do for yourself every day, facial acupressure is like hitting the bullseye with the muscle, and it relaxes, going out in concentric circles of relaxation. So just taking a big breath, relaxing the shoulders, taking your little fingers, we're just going to walk through a little bit of a facial acupressure. I like these fingers right here because they give the perfect pressure. Starting right at the hairline, this is the first facial acupressure position, and you just want to press down a little bit while you take one big deep inhale and exhale, and relaxing the elbows down so that you don't tire your arms out. The next position is right halfway down between the eyebrow and the forehead, taking a big deep inhale and exhale. The next position is an eyebrow lift. So you're going to go right under those eyebrows, right above the bone, and just take a nice big inhale and exhale here, and relaxing, smiling. The next one is on the sides of the nostrils. If you have a sinus condition, this is a great facial acupressure point. The next one is giving yourself that little mouth lift. So just kind of cute, giving yourself a smile with your fingers. The next one is the chin. And again, big, deep inhale and exhale. The next one is halfway between the chin and this area. So right here. And the next one is right on that jaw muscle. If you grind your teeth at night, whether you have a massage facial or not, You can press this repeatedly in the morning and you'll loosen that muscle up. The next one is lifting our cheekbones again. Just give yourself this, kind of getting that apple like we had when we were little. And then flattening your hands on your temples, just like 3 or 4 rolls back, just to give yourself that nice head relief. Also a lymphatic drainage position. And then just one hand right over here.
I do this one daily. Good grief.
That's the one. That's the good grief spot. And then a really affirming hold is just taking your hands like you're going to rest your chin in there and holding the tweaks. This is a beautiful, life affirming, very calming, and a method. I always have a method to my madness. It's lifting again.
We needed a lot of lift. We just need to tape it all up.
Nice.
Did you want to talk to Nadine for a moment? Did you say, Tina? Or should I keep going?
Oh, no, I didn't know. Yeah, keep going. Because I want to get the other 2 products in before we run out of time.
Okay. So the next thing, we're going to do a few lifting techniques. So turning your hands into little pincers. And this is something you can do with any facial cream or anything. We're going to help this, what I'm getting, a jowl. So taking it like this, starting here, and just lifting, literally lifting along that jawline. And really do your best to relax your jaw at the same time. And we're going to do each move 3 or 4 times. This is a really good one to do every day. This is beautiful to do daily because if you get your thumbs in the right position under the jawline, you can also create a beautiful lymphatic drainage. And we know that our lymph system holds a lot of those elimination toxins. So we want to lift those. One of the next ones, and Tina, I think you'll like this because we're going back to the forehead. This is a deeply relaxing technique. So you use your entire hand, and starting at the tip of the nose, you're just going to glide your hand all the way up right over the center of your forehead. And I like to go, we want to do this 4 or 5 times and just slowing it all down. This will help eliminate those 11s, right? I get these 11s. A lot of us, I like to say it's my intelligence because I furrow my brow all the time. And then we're just going to sweep it to the side. We're just going to do a few little side sweeps. And kind of shake off that stress when you hit the end of it. Just shake your hand completely. Shake off that stress. And then the last technique we'll do is we're going to do just some little light circles right under the eye, and not so much to move your skin and up and around, but really to get that relaxation around our eyes. So many of us these days, so many people these days are staring into their computers all day. So what I find is that this area, because of our eye muscles, I find this in people who are working on the computer all the time. This area gets super tight and dry. And then we can use the rest of this oil on our hands. And give our hands.
You're putting me to sleep. I just want to go to bed now.
Exactly. And then last but not least, we're going to use a little bit of this facial moisturizer. So here's the idea of ending your facial. This is, Tina, you will be able to go to sleep after this because this is the stuff you want to leave on your skin at night. You want to leave this on. And the moisturizer that you ladies have is an Arctic Berry Peptide Radiance Cream. So a lot of these words everybody's talking about these days is a big deal. Peptides. So what is a peptide? Just to start, a peptide is a chain of amino acids. There's 125 or 50 peptides. They're just simple chains of amino acid that trigger our skin to do different things. It's kind of a neural cosmeceutical or something like this. So it's actually a trigger to help our skin behave in the ways that it did when we were, 15 or 16 years old. This peptide cream is called Radiance Cream because it triggers the skin to get that dewy glow and the cells to lay flat. So we're going to get a little bit of this Radiance Cream. You don't need a lot of this product. It's super effective. And again, we're going to distribute it in our hands, and then we're going to pat it all over. So when you put on your facial cream, you're just going to pat it in. And now here's the confusing part. This is where it'll be a little confusing with the cream and oil. During our facial process, because of the way that we did this actual process, this is kind of mimicking a true European facial. And the European facial is literally a list of steps that we go through and a technique that we use. But for your daily purpose in layering, you go from light to heavy molecularly. So you'll first use a toner if you use a toner, and then a serum, and then a facial cream, and then the oil. But for tonight's purposes, because of the massage technique, we did that in a little bit of reverse. So that's how that goes. And then remembering when you're applying the top layer before the sunscreen, always pat. And the idea of patting is to just press it into the skin, but it's also that quality of touch again. So just breathing and patting it in. And then you can finish with a nice putting your hands together and inhaling, just taking a big inhale because these products smell so good.
Oh, they do. They smell amazing.
We also have the eye cream, Renee.
So the eye cream, here's the thing with eye creams. So opening that packet, eye creams, you only want a little bit, and especially with this one. So you're just going to use that middle finger again. This is our Wild Plum Eye Cream, really hydrating. And you're going to get a little bit of that product on your fingers, getting it together, tap, tap, tap. With an eye cream, it's really nice to tap it in. Just tapping it in, right? And you can go above the brow and under the brow. Eye cream, this tapping is so good. If you have dark circles, if you have puffiness under your eyes, that is all caused from blood pooling, whether it's genetic or by exhaustion. Blood pooling can be moved by tapping. We want to get that going. So tap, 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 tap. And an eye cream doesn't necessarily need to be pushed into the skin because the molecules are so small, it'll just absorb it all. So tapping again. And then one last big, deep inhale, just giving yourself a good little gratitude and then coming down with a hug. That self-care
touch. That felt so good and so relaxing. And like I said, imagine doing this with all of your family and friends or coworkers or, you know, with a glass of wine or some hot tea. What an amazing experience. And like I said, I mean, we did this pretty quickly to get it into our time frame. So, I mean, it spreads out and there's a couple of more products that we didn't get to use, but I'll tell you, the smell, the feel, the touch, the conversation, the being with somebody, the taking the time away and just breathing for yourself. Everybody needs to do this. Like I said, even if it's once, even if it's for your birthday or for Christmas or, you know what I mean, just a random day, give it to somebody. You know, I love all of you. You know I do, because I'm on with no makeup, no lashes, no nothing tonight. So I'm giving you this gift of how important this is. Give this gift to somebody else. Give this gift. Set it up with Betsy. Betsy, tell everybody how they can contact you to set this up.
Yeah, so you can go to our website. It's 5wellbeing.com, and we have a area called virtual facials, and you'll just go to the virtual facials, and there's a place for you to fill out a form for us to contact you to set up your event. If you would like to nominate somebody for a caregiver, you can go to our website, and it's /NCG. National Caregivers. So it's 5wellbeing.com/NCG. And you can nominate somebody there.
Yeah, I mean, definitely do that. I mean, who doesn't have somebody in their life that they would love to have this experience with, to give them this moment in time for themselves? Nadine, now that we're nearing the end of the hour, give us your final thoughts and tell people why they should do this, why they should be taking care of themselves and their caregivers.
Well, I definitely appreciate this opportunity, Tina, and thank you again, Betsy and Renee, for such a wonderful experience. I really want to stress to all caregivers that the most important care that you provide is self-care. Taking care of yourself is non-negotiable, and it is so important for our caregivers to take care of themselves first and foremost, so that they are in a position to take care of, for the long haul, those that they are caring for. And so in this season of Thanksgiving, we have so much gratitude for the caregivers, and we really want to stress and to support caregivers and making sure that they make themselves the priority in caring for themselves.
And give us the two places that the Caregivers Guardian and the 10-10-30, tell people how they can contact you.
Absolutely. Our website is T as in Tom, C as in cat, G as in George, cares, CARES.com. That's tcgcares.com. And you can click the link for the 10-10-30 campaign to learn what we are doing, and also to see some of the offerings that we have available. In addition to the books that are part of the 10-10-30 campaign, this year we've included a really cute mug, Compassion in My Cup mug, along with the Compassion in My Cup journal. It's a great gift for the holidays, and a thoughtful gift for the caregiver in your world.
Oh, awesome. Betsy, tell us again how they can contact you to get their beautiful facial, and give us your last thoughts.
Sure. So 5wellbeing.com is the place to go to look for our virtual facial program, and 5wellbeing.com/NCG for if you want to nominate somebody. And, you know, my last thoughts are, you know, we're here for you. Our staff, people like Renee, you know, you can see how loving and caring she is. And, you know, we will take care of your group, and you'll have an incredible time, and you'll feel so good. I feel really good. I feel so refreshed right now. So, and I do this all the time. So too. This is great. Yeah.
Renee, give us your final thoughts.
Well, thank you all so much for having us. And thank you to the caregivers. And remember that self-care does lead to self-awareness, even if it's 30 seconds, a minute. Take a breath, allow yourself to slow down, and be gentle on yourself. Thank you.
I just thank all of you ladies. And like I said, if you don't remember how to contact these amazing women, just message me and contact me, because they're not only my colleagues and people I work with, they're also my friends. And I can give you their contact information. And like I said, there's nobody in your world. What more of a thoughtful gift can you give this holiday season than a little bit of self-care and time with your loved ones? Have a party, plan a party, do a facial, have some wine, get a little tipsy, make your face feel good and then go to bed. There's nothing better to that. You don't need to be rich to do this. You know, you can do it within a budget. Like she said, she gave you a lot of ideas where you can do it. Just be kind to yourself. If you are not okay, you can't take care of anybody else. So thank you, ladies. I so appreciate it. I'm going to take a quick minute to invite you all. We're having a special show on Friday night all about a historic theater that is going fully ADA compliant. That's why we're doing a special show Friday night. And Little Women Play, where two of the lead actors and actresses just happen to utilize a wheelchair. So we're doing some groundbreaking work here in Burrillville, Rhode Island. So tune in Friday night at 8 o'clock to check out everything that's going on. And if an historic theater can go fully ADA compliant, no other business has a reason not to. And the second thing, I just found out last night that my show is on a t-shirt that all of you can purchase. So you can go to the Coalition Network and you can purchase one of these amazing t-shirts all about and supporting RAMP. Purchasing this t-shirt will support the Coalition Radio and my show, so that way we can keep bringing you all of these amazing resources each and every week. All of the people that we talk to, we want to make sure that you're connecting with all of them and everything. So go on to the Coalition Network Radio and grab your shirt, because how cool is that? And you can represent me. And on the back of the shirt, it's our website and where you can watch our show each and every week live. So ladies, tell me what you have coming up in the next couple of days. We have another couple of minutes that we can spare. So tell me what you have coming up for the rest of the year. Betsy, let's start with you.
Wow. So we're just really busy at the spa, and we're just thrilled to be, we have a big gift card sale coming up on Friday for Black Friday and the whole weekend. So if you know people here in Denver, or you can buy a gift card for somebody to buy a virtual facial as well. It's a great opportunity to get in on that. So you can buy a $150 gift card and it'll cost you $125. So it's a really good value for people to come and take care of themselves.
That's awesome. Renee, what do you have going on?
So I wanted to just share for a moment the kit that everybody would get. So it looks like this in this beautiful little box, and it includes an entire packet of products, and it includes our beautiful signature blend of aromatherapy with a sugar scrub and a lotion. It comes with this very, very, very nice headband that I don't have on right now because I have so much hair it flies off. So we provide all of the products that you need. We provide everything you need. You just need a bowl of water. So this is one of my favorite things to do. And I think the holidays are such a nice time to do it. So I love doing these virtual facials, as you can tell, because I get to do self-care for me also.
Nice. Nadine, what do you have coming up?
Okay, so we'll be wrapping up National Family Caregivers Month. Like I mentioned earlier, we're doing virtual facials with the caregivers on Monday, and Tuesday we'll have our last episode of Compassion in My Cup. And early December, we'll be having another virtual dance party. But we're also, because it is the holiday season, encouraging everybody to continue the random acts of kindness, continue to find ways to support the caregiver in your world. Sooner or later, we are all caregivers. And so pay it forward and watch the magic that happens for all of us, because we absolutely are becoming a society that will have the responsibility of caring for those who need to be cared for.
Yeah. With the way that the world is right now, and the shortages of Christmas trees and products and all of the price hikes and everything, it does not cost anything to give time to your family, your relatives, your caregivers, your friends, your family. It doesn't cost you anything to do your own home facial. You can buy one of these packages, or you can do your own home facial. But the best thing and the best gift that you could give to anybody is your time and your effort. And you know what? You don't even have to leave your house to do it, because you can do it right here on screen with everybody. So I highly encourage everybody to get their loved ones together and do one of these. Go to the Caregiver's Guardian, go to 5 Wellbeing Spa, purchase things from these ladies, or you can go to Ramp and you can make a donation as well there. But spend time with your loved ones, make a gift to somebody else. We don't need more stuff. There's none of us that can say that we need more stuff. We need more time, because time is so precious and we don't know when it's going to end. So give everybody more time, more self-love, more self-care. Because look, I glow now. I look a lot better than I did when I first got on, because my skin is feeling good and all glowy. Still not my makeup, but it's better than it was. So like I said, give everybody time, and I can't stress it enough. Happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving to you and all of yours, all of my viewers, and these 3 lovely ladies right here. And as I always say, don't just sit there. Make a difference in this world. Thank you very much. We'll see you all Friday night at 8 o'clock for a special edition of Ramp, Real Access Motivates Progress live podcast. Thank you, ladies. Have a great night, everybody.